Okay, so yesterday we talked about multiplying fraction times fraction, which we just go straight across, and fraction times whole number. What do we do to a whole number?
We add 100.
Absolutely. Put it over 1 because every number has to be a fraction. Now, with mixed numbers, we have the same thing, same rule. We can't have any whole numbers. So we've got to get rid of our whole numbers to be able to multiply fractions. Okay? So our first step when multiplying mixed numbers is that we have to make improper fractions. Okay? We would not get the correct answer if we came through here and said 2 times 3 and then multiplied our fractions. We have to combine this whole amount. We've got to have one thing we're multiplying. So, you did do this last year. I have heard that today. We're doing, you could call it a C, a backwards C, whichever direction you want to do it. But we are multiplying our whole number times our denominator plus our numerator. So 2 times 6 gives us 12 plus 4? 16. And your denominator stays the same. And if you'll look, we're used to having improper fractions and going back to a mixed number. So this is where we would say how many times will 6 go into 16, which is 2. And then you would have 4 left over out of 6. So these two fractions have the same value. They're just written in different ways. So we've got to change any mixed numbers into an improper fraction. So do the same thing here. 3 times 10 plus 3.
33.
And that would be over 10. Denominator will always stay the same on that. Okay? So at this point, we're going to multiply straight across. Hang on just a second. Okay? So we're going to do like we've done before, we're going to multiply straight across. Now when I say multiply straight across, I also want to include in that, so just know it's kind of a hidden rule. If you can go ahead and cross cancel anywhere, now's the time to do it. So which numbers could we possibly cross cancel? I agree, 6 and 33. Okay? What number will go into both? 3. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 3 goes into 33? 11 times. Can we cross cancel 16 and 10?
Yes.
Yes. What will go into both? 2. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 2 goes into 16.
8.
Now that we've cross canceled, we can multiply straight across. What's 5 times? I'm so sorry. What's 8 times 11?
88.
And 5 times 2? 10. Now, okay, our last final thing, simplify. Absolutely. So we're going to go back up here. That's step number 3. And I want you to include in this simplifying that if we have an improper fraction, let's go ahead and make it a mixed number. So how many times will 10 go into 88?
8 times.
8 times. We have 8 left over out of 10. Can we simplify that?
Yes.
What 2?
4/5.
4/5. Very good. 2 is our greatest common factor there. Divide them both by 2. And you should have 8 and 4/5. So again, same thing we did yesterday. We've now just added that first step of getting rid of our mixed numbers. Okay?
First, we're saying can we do the cross cancel?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking of least common multiple.
Gotcha. Okay, let's look at number 2. Do we have to do anything to 4/7? No, it's already a fraction, so we're good. So we leave it the same. We do have a mixed number, so we've got to change that to an improper fraction. What's 8 times 5?
40.
Plus 1?
41.
41. Again, your denominator stays the same. Anywhere I can cross cancel?
8 and 4.
8 and 4. Can't do 7 and 41.
41's and I think.
Be close, because we could do 7 times 6 will be 42, but not
But
quite.
nothing can go into 7, so.
That's right, 7 is prime. Okay, what number can go into 4 and 8?
4.
So 4 will go into 4 one time, 4 goes into 8 2 times. So 1 times 41
41.
and 7 times 2.
14.
Again, improper fraction. So how many times will 14 go into 41? Twice. 3 is going to get us super close because 3 times 14 would be 42, but we're not quite there. So 2 times That would be 28, so what would we have left over?
13/14?
13/14.
I was thinking that because 42.
Absolutely, because they're 11. You're one short. Absolutely. And if we had one more for 41, we could have gone 3 whole times, but we were 1 short from that. Okay? All right, so what I want us to do real quick, and let's remember, let's not get chatty because we are videoing. I'm going to freeze my screen, and I want you to work on number 3. Try it by yourself, and then let's compare, okay? So I'm going to freeze my screen. I'm going to let you work on number 3. I'm going to do it while you are. And then let's compare problems and see what we get. Don't forget, follow your steps. First step, make it improper. And see if you can cross cancel anything. Then multiply straight across. What was the last number? Okay. Yeah, I thought for a second you said something else. Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a look at this. If you're not finished, it's okay, but we'll kind of at least see where you are. All right, when we made those improper, okay, so we've got 7 times 5 plus 1. That would give us 36 over 5. And then 10 times 6 plus 5, that would give us 65 over 5. I mean, 65 over 6, sorry. Then we can cross cancel. 6 can go into both 6 and 36, 1 time and 6 times. And 5 can go into 65 1 time and 13 times. Multiply straight across should give you 78. Think about it as simplifying diagonally. This one, I'll play in a second. Yeah, that's going to get a little bit tricky. I know, that's all right. Yes. Okay, any questions about that one? We feel pretty good about it? No. Yes, maybe? All right, let's look at the bottom one. On this one, we do have 3 numbers, guys. It is possible because we can say 2 times 5 times 4. We can multiply 3 numbers straight across. We can do the same thing with fractions. Again, with mixed numbers, what do we have to do? Make them improper. So we're going to do that first. So 1 times 2 plus 1 would give us what? 3 over 2. Mm-hmm. What about 2 times 6 plus 1? 13 over 6. And then the last one, 1 times 5 plus 1? 6 fifths. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. Can we cross cancel? Yes, we can.
2 can go into 6.
Now, watch this. 3 and 6. Again, they're diagonal with each other. Okay? What number can go into both 3 and 6?
3.
So 3 will go into 3 1 time. 3 will go into 6 2 times. Now here's the tricky part. You cannot reuse this 6. We've already used it. We've already cross-canceled. So I can't reuse it. But I could use the 2. So I could cross-cancel 2 and 6. Now that's why I kind of like to mark mine out. That way I know I've already used them. 2 will go into 2 1 time. 2 goes into 6 3 times. Now we can multiply straight across. 1 times 13 times 3.
26.
Careful, that would be times 2. 39. And then 2 times 1
Got 2.
times 5, 10. Now, this will be 39 over 10, which would
3
be
and
3 and 9 tenths. Now, it doesn't matter which way you cross cancel. I could have done 6 and 6 and gotten 1 and 1. If I did that, I would have had 3 times 13, which is 39, times 1. So I would have ended up with the same thing. And then 2 times 1 times 5, which is 10. So again, it doesn't matter which ones you cross cancel, as long as they're diagonal to each other.
So they can't go all the way across from 2 on
No. Make sure they're right next to each other and diagonal. But once you've used a number, you can't use it again.
But
Okay?
you can use the number underneath it.
There you go. You can use the new number.
You can
Absolutely.
cross cancel over 2 times if there was like another one you could cross.
Yeah. Yeah. And I could have done it here too. Like if there were numbers here, I could cross cancel. I could have done it both ways. Yeah. You do not have to. But this would also have given you, let's see, 39 times 6, that would have been 54. Was that 234 over 60? So, you know, the cross canceling does help make your numbers a little more friendly. If you're a pro at simplifying and you're okay with that, then you're fine. I just know I see a lot of people struggling with the simplifying, so to me cross canceling kind of helps. Okay. Any other questions?
No, ma'am.
I'm going to add to our chart back there. Now and this is all there is to multiplying fractions, guys. This is it. We've done fraction, fraction whole number. Now fractions and mixed numbers. That's it. This is it. You just have to have it in a fraction form to be able to multiply. Okay? Your quiz will be Friday. Yeah, it won't be a full-blown test, but you will have a quiz. Yeah.